I'm running around. I can share. I'm not going to do camera because I'm running around. I'm a hot mess, but trying to get out of here for an event. Um, but I was just going to say that what I was putting in the chat is there's a few people I think we just are have in common that we need help with Project Broadcast, and I think my idea that I was trying to implement or going to implement is that if we just do a working session together, and I'm going to have Joanna from Project Broadcast had said she'll come to our meeting if we can schedule it with when she can be there.
Yeah.
But just to help us focus on, what's the next task we need to do to get it set up and get it working really well and
Yeah, I
just
think
to start utilizing it more. Because I think a lot of people are paying for it and just underutilizing it. And so we have all these credits and we need to get some consistent messages that can keep going out to our people that already exist.
yeah, we
And
need
then
to use
also,
we post that in the Sideline page and not the thread, because a bunch of us, like we've already done training
right,
with the corporate like Project Broadcast, joined one of these
right.
classes. A lot of y'all knew that y'all need it, and a lot of people in the thread don't. So if y'all can make a post in the page, the Sideline Strong Facebook page, and then like say, even
Yeah,
like, make one comment in the thread going, if you're interested in Project Broadcast training, go to the page, there's a post, and then, organize it. And so, and then,
yeah, that's
definitely let
kind
us know
of
when it's happening. But I just know that there's, and I
right.
know there's a
That's
lot of new people on that thread, but there, a lot of people that, and just like Leslie's been using it for months, and she's like, what is this PB meetup? So I think things get lost in the thread, and in the page
yeah.
might be a little
Well,
more organized.
yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to do is just say if you're interested in that, put that, and then I'll message you separately. So I did start a
There's
separate
just so,
group,
oh, and
but
I love
I
that, but
will.
there's just so many comments. People won't go back, or they just won't take the
Right.
time to go research what in the world you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I see that all the time in that thread. I'm totally agree. Yeah,
Frustrating.
I'll put it in the page. I mean, I'll put it in the Facebook group too. Um, but that's just a few that are interested, and I think just working, even if it's just one on one, a little working session to look at each other's and kind of, I think it helps
Oh
one
yeah.
person to see others, and they're pretty prone to go, "Oh, you should do this," or "Oh, that looks great," or "That
When the
doesn't look
Project
great."
Broadcast trainers are good too.
Yeah,
They explain it.
they're
Like
great.
I know how to do it, but I'm not a teacher. I've tried, and
Yeah.
I'm no help. I have all kinds of knowledge up here, and I
Well, and
just
I did take a lot of their training is so good. Oh my gosh, so impressed with their training and how they keep up with your training.
yeah.
Like you can go back in there and easily see what you've completed and where you're at and what you need to do next, and or look for a topic, and
Yeah.
really impressed with their training. But yeah, my I think the last time I met with one of them and talked to them, they said, "Oh, you really have great knowledge of, like you know what you're doing. You just need to keep learning and then implementing it." So for me, I think having somebody to work with you helps me implement it better and kind
Yeah.
of, get that going. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to focus on, because I think I could get better I guess some responses from messages, just the text messaging thing. And
Yeah.
then there's a whole different group of people that obviously we don't have their phone numbers. So, um,
Yeah. She
and then
can explain all that to you.
Darlene said something about hand holding, and I agree. I think sometimes I learn better by teaching somebody else because, I'm learning with them. So I think that'll help me and other people
Yeah.
also,
Yeah. That'll be
because
awesome.
I'm weak on the messaging part. Just really, um, I think one thing I've struggled with too, and a lot of people could probably say the same, is we'll send all these great messages, birthdays, and reach outs, and then I get overwhelmed with if they're responding. You're going to have to spend the time to really go back and respond to each one and engage and have that conversation. And
Yeah.
time wise, it just kind of gets overwhelming. So I don't know. How do you guys that are upper levels keep up with all of those? Like how do you
Some
make sure
people
you
are
don't lose
paper.
them?
Some people like to write things down. I use a spreadsheet. I mean, you just got to figure out. It's just it's follow it.
Yeah,
That's part of my IPA. So a
yeah,
calendar, just kind of you just got to find a
yeah,
system that works for you. Because
yeah.
I know
Because
Tina
like in Messenger, I
Tina's
know in
really big
Messenger,
on paper, and I'm like, I have to have electronics. I can't read my
right?
handwriting, can't read my notes. So
Yeah, yeah. I know in Messenger it's easy to go back down and see what's unread, like if you've got some people that did respond. And then if they didn't, you also go back and, check on them again. Like, hey, just checking back, it's okay to assume that they're just busy.
Yeah. Okay, Tina, y'all and Lisa, y'all hopped on to what's working. Has anybody earned the Nikes yet? I need one more. Anybody earned them? Let's talk about what's working.
I have not.
Nope. I guess nobody has earned them yet.
Nope. I need one more too.
You need one more? Yeah, you're breaking up too. You and Darlene sound alike.
One thing I thought I would share really quickly.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to turn my, I'm better. Is that better?
Helps. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just going to say, that's why I had it off to start. I hate to turn it off because I feel like I'm like avoiding you guys, but I'm not, but I think it's the connection. But I was going to tell you guys, I told my team this yesterday, my second lady, I didn't think she had signed up and reached out to her just as a follow-up, and she had. And somehow, even though she clicked on my link, I don't know if I put this in the thread or not, I can't remember, so stop me if I did. She ended up under a level 3 of mine, like randomly, like she doesn't know this person. It was bizarre. Like she thought, everything was good and was waiting for me to send her instructions. Like I told her I would once she ordered, and I had no idea she had ordered. So that follow-up is super important. Customer service cannot figure out why that happened. So I don't know if there's a glitch overall or just a glitch with my account. So I'm really watching it closely. So just kind of pay attention.
Yes, not just you, one of my VIPs, because I've been helping her with messages to a lady. And then she's like, oh yeah, she ordered. And I'm like, watching my back office. I'm like, are you sure she ordered? Because I sent her the link, the referral link, so that all she did was forward it. And she's like, yeah, here's her thing. So I called customer service and they're like, oh no, she's under corporate. I'm like, okay, something's up, because she clicked her link, specifically used her referral link, and they got her moved. But definitely if somebody says they're going to order, and I even like with that one, I really try to do it, but some people just insist. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that.
Well, and the weird thing is that it wasn't just that she ended up under the corporate, which
under level 4,
but it was somebody on my team that's like not even connected to her in any way. And I looked at our numbers. We're not even close, like ID numbers or anything. So just wanted you guys to be aware of that.
That is weird. Well, welcome, Catherine. I don't think I know you, and you don't have your camera on, so I definitely can't see your face. Hi. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
I'm in the car rider line. Sorry.
Hey.
I'm under Jennifer Pocket, Megan Garrity, Tamara Holloway.
Oh, welcome.
She's on my team.
Oh, okay. I'm going, who is she connected to? Awesome. Welcome. We're glad you could join us. We're a little scattered. We don't have a plan for the day, so we're just talking about what's working.
All right. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Catherine's excited because she's a retired teacher, and
awesome.
now she's able to be at home with her granddaughter, which is amazing. And so I'm excited for her.
So Tina, I didn't know you were under Tamara.
Yeah.
So you're under Suzanne too?
Yes.
Oh, we are legit sidelines.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that. I guess I didn't know that. Awesome. Yeah. How's your month going?
I've not signed up anybody personally, but I have got 4 level 1s that have signed up people.
See, that's awesome.
So yeah, and it's frustrating a little bit because I'm like, I'm helping my team do it, and I've got one that has signed up too.
Don't be frustrated by that. Be glad you have a team that's doing something, girl. I'm telling you.
I want to sign up my own people too.
Wow.
But I mean, I've got prospects and stuff, and it's not like I'm giving up, or I'm just saying, be nice, But I'm excited.
Awesome. Anybody do anything different this month? I'm trying to do more.
Is anybody doing launch parties or anything like that anymore?
I've done a couple, and it's just hit and miss.
Okay.
Some people have big responses and other people
What about if I did it like, I was wondering maybe if I could just do, I've got 4 people that are really wanting to do it, to do the business. And so maybe do all 4 of them in one. Would that be too much?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
like, I think
think
like
that's
Tina
better.
did a big one with like even Sidelines not too long ago. Yeah.
I think that's better. I mean, because then you get a lot more people in there, more excitement.
Mhm. Lori, did you unmute did you have something?
No, I didn't unmute. I cranked the car.
Oh,
Didn't
funny.
think if I unmuted it for-
Well,
But
no, you're
I
good.
think that's a great idea to do multiple people.
Mhm.
But I am having a problem with just people getting back in touch with me. Like, we have a conversation going for 2 or 3 days, and I know it's life, but it's the middle of the month, and the end of the month is coming, and I really want them to get the tennis shoes. But they just don't. They're urgent when they're talking, and then it's like, oh well, I guess it's just one of those business hazards you have to deal with.
Mhm.
Do you do coaching calls with them, Lori?
They have not responded back to the coaching calls.
Mm.
It's
Well,
like
that says
we're-
a lot then. That says a lot, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it does. It does. Now, I got on one Zoom with them at the end of September, and she said, next week I'm joining when my husband gets his paycheck. And I sent her, so we've been in communication, and then I sent her the Jennifer Leaf thingy Monday night, and she's like, yes, I'm so excited, send it to me. And then boom, she hasn't even looked at it. So I know that she has 4 children under the age of 3, and they all have very severe yeast infections that have infected their middle ears, and they have they've had their procedures to have their mastoid process scraped, for the lack of a better description. I can't think of what that little procedure is called, but their ears are packed with Bactrim, and those little guys are severely impacted by this yeast. And the mom gets it; she understands it. She just is overwhelmed with taking care of 4 children, a set of twins, and her 2-year-old is autistic. And
she's ready to start products? She was ready?
Yes, she was ready beginning of the month, and then now it's like, how in the world? I can only reach her through Messenger. I don't have her personal phone number. She would be a level 2, and she actually wanted it for the business. But maybe it's just, it's not time, and it's all in God's time. So
Sometimes I am reminded that I have to put myself in their position. And when I'm reaching out to them, I'm going to say something like, gosh, you've really been on my heart today. I know your kids are struggling. You have so much on your plate. I can't even imagine. You're probably so stressed out. Maybe you're not even getting any sleep. But I'm worried about you. And I just want to check in with you and make sure you are okay.
Yeah.
And getting ourselves, getting out of our own head and getting into their head has taken me a lot further. So maybe just a lot of times you say that they're like, oh, because sometimes I think people might just avoid because she is overwhelmed. She's got all these things going on and she doesn't want to talk about Plexus right now because she's just trying to survive in the day, even though she knows like it'll be good, but maybe she just needs a good friend and support in a different way. And then come back to Plexus. That's just what I would remind you of, and I know your heart is so huge and that's maybe what she needs.
Yes. And that's have been my approach with about 5 or 6 people in the last couple of months, is just, you just need me to love you. they're going to the cardiologist and getting doctor's reports of like, you got to lose 25 pounds. I'm like, okay, let's do the sugar detox. No mention of Plexus whatsoever. Just let me show you why your doctor's right, and don't be mad at him for saying you got to push back from the table and start exercising, because we all love our cookies. We all love, but we can't live on, ice cream, and been there, done that, and be healthy. So, and I get it. So I've just been loving on them, and, just finding more people to love on, and that's okay. I'm not trying to ask them if they want to come to, are you guys there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, if they want to come to messenger events, I'm just being their friend. And I do have a frustration. Last month, I met someone in an online vendor show. She was very interested in and reached out to me because of one of the posts I made, which was not salesy, but lovey. And I sent her on the 23rd of that. It was a Monday. I don't remember my days. It was around the 23rd, 25th, whatever the Monday was, in September. I got an email October 3rd that it was finally sent, and it will not arrive until today. And I thought it was going to be there a little bit faster. It's like, what happened? That's a long time between the 25th of September and now. So anyway, have you guys run into that? What do I don't know. If I had been home, I could have sent her from my stash, but I sent it from the app.
I've had the app take longer than me mailing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I will skip the app then, because I think now our conversations have cooled.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, okay. Well, I'll just love on her too. So
Darlene's asking, what are you all doing to help your downline close when they don't start three-way chats with you?
It might sound rude. I just tell you what I did with my ones this month is I sent friend requests to them if I didn't know them already, and started a conversation and said, so are you excited about talking with Plexus, talking Plexus with so-and-so? And what is it that you're wanting? And then I would set up a three-way chat myself and kind of do it that way. That's what I did with a couple of them.
I've had to do that. Because I wasn't put in a three-way, so I didn't teach my team to put in a three-way. So that's really hard to get them to do that. But yeah, sometimes you have to taproot around them.
I thought she was asking, what do you say to close when you're in a three-way chat?
They don't start a three-way chat.
When they don't, like as in, Darlene, are they like refusing to do a three-way chat because the guest doesn't want the chat, or your level one or whatever doesn't want the chat? I'm just curious.
She's going to love that picture.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to put it on Facebook.
No.
Let's take a photo right now so I can put this. Oh, where'd she go?
Darlene.
Oh, Darlene. Shoot, I just missed it. Dang it anyway.
Oh, that's funny. We wouldn't have put it on social media, but that was kind of funny.
I'm not saying I wouldn't have.
Payback's fair game.
So Darlene, is it your level one or whoever on your team that doesn't want to do a three-way chat? Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Did you ask why? What is your hesitation of doing one? Do you have an idea of why there's hesitation about that? Does she want to learn how to close herself? Can she close herself on her own? I mean, to me, I would just teach her how to do a really good closing then. I'd say, let's get on a training call so I can teach you how to do a really good closing.
She's typing in the chat.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
typing.
yeah, she can't. She was trying to talk earlier and we couldn't hear it, like every 10th
She
word.
said it's her level 1's not starting three-way chats. I made a message thread that has the whole message flow I do in it.
Does she do, and then, let her follow it, right? I mean, because here's my
I've had that
question.
happen too, where people just will not connect you with people, and
Yeah.
you don't know why. It's really weird. I would think
So-
they'd want the help in the community.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you've explained, has she seen you close in any of them before? Like seen you do a closing for someone in a three-way chat? So you've done them for her before.
She said the lady that had 13 at her messenger event last week, she hasn't closed anyone or started three-way chats.
That's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Close them in
You know,
close them in the messenger event. Go back in the messenger event.
You don't have to be a friend of theirs on Facebook to put them in a three-way chat. Like you could initiate it. Just say, I noticed you were in my friend's party and I'm so excited. And is that what you're referring to? They were in the messenger party and then she hasn't even started?
Yeah, you could do that where you just introduce yourself. That's like a friendly thing to do.
Yeah, what did you like about the event? Get a conversation going with her yourself without even doing the three-way chat. Just thank her for coming. Hope she enjoyed it. Anything stand out to you? Is there any questions that you might have that I could answer? Yeah, that's a great idea. I love it when we brainstorm together. We all come up with all kinds of great stuff. That's great. I would do that. That's my vote.
Yeah, I've had to do that before for sure.
Yeah, I like that way better. Because then you're not gonna piss off your level 1 or whatever. I mean, she just went silver. I saw you post about her and stuff, right? So you want her confidence to stay big. You don't want to create friction. I think that's a nice way to go about it and see if they have some needs. And you're so loving with people. So then maybe when you find out they do, go back to your level 1 and say, hey, I was just thanking it. I always thank everyone for coming to each event. Found out your friend Sarah does have some needs. So I'm going to put you in a three-way chat with us too, because I want you to learn how I'm going to share with her and help her what regimen we're going to pick for her.
That sounds good. Can I ask a question about what Lori said earlier? Because she was saying that she sent a sample through the Engage app, right, Lori? It was through Engage. Yeah. So has anyone else had that happen where it was a huge delay with them getting shipped or processing that? Because I thought it was a great system. I've used it before and occasionally use it. And I didn't know if that's happened to anybody else.
It is a great system, but like I said, I've had it it takes longer than when you go to the post office, but it's also an incredibly good deal. If y'all are shipping anything right now, it's cheaper through the Engage app too.
Yeah, it's a great deal. And see, I haven't had that problem when I've sent them. They go out really fast, and I don't know. I thought it was really effective. So have y'all had problems though with? Well, I know you have. How do y'all handle people that?
I've had problems with people actually getting the envelopes in the mail empty.
Oh wow!
Or having been ripped open, or
so that's a processing issue where they're not sealing it properly. I bet. So they need to know that. But
my big Plexus order, my big bag came, and it was completely a hole ripped open this big. That's not on Plexus. That's on. I mean, Postal Service and FedEx, UPS. You guys, they toss packages all over the place.
Yeah, the Postal Service is worse.
They'll literally just chuck the stuff across the room.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's
Yeah. Well,
unfortunate, but
so when you have people that you don't know or don't know well, and you've sent them samples and they just won't, they say they want them, they request them, and then they won't try them. You keep checking back and checking back. Have you tried the samples? Oh no, I haven't tried it yet. And how do y'all handle that when people just kind of don't open the package and put it in the water and drink it? It's like, it's not that hard. But somebody was saying something. Because I don't want to,
I have a
you don't want to
message.
bug them.
I'm gonna find this message I sent.
Okay. Like, you don't want to bug them, but you do want to be professional. And then it's okay to expect them to follow back up with you, or, you know, consume the product you sent them for free that they requested. So we're not asking them to do anything
All right.
out of the ordinary, you know, unreasonable.
Here's what I sent my last person. Okay, here's the deal. Truth is, more than likely you got the samples I sent you, and they probably are just laying somewhere, and you just feel bad about not trying them yet, so you don't respond back. Just know it's all okay.
Call them out.
And I really have no expectations here at all. But since you did want them, and I so kindly got them to you, how about let's just open those bad boys and get them in your body tomorrow morning. So what do you say? And they're like, you're right. I was so embarrassed. And yes, they're sitting on my counter. And yes, I'll take them tomorrow.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Well,
call
I'll
them out
tell
on
you
it, but
this.
have fun with it. Yeah, just
And I
be,
think
be
and I
kind.
think Tamara Holloway threw away the first few samples her upline sent her. So you can't give up on those people. You just keep loving on them.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah. Tina, can you put that in the thread in the chat?
Yeah, that'd be great.
She's so good with words.
And
So
when I
good with
sent
wording.
that to this one person, I'm like, there were like 3 other people too that I'd sent samples to, and they didn't. I'm like, hey, this person responded pretty well. I'm just gonna keep sending the same thing, thing. It's like just bold, honest, like, I'm sure they're sitting on your counter. Let's just open up them bad boys and just get them in your body tomorrow. Like, come on, get going here. And I think that people need to realize that, I mean, like, I'm sending that out of my own supply. It's not like I just pull them out of my butt for free. It's like, I actually took time. I know I'm on fire today. I'm sorry. I'm just like in a weird mood today. And I might use words that I shouldn't, but yeah, it's just like, we take time to like package it up, put the cute little note in there. You wanted them. Come on now. Like, there's etiquette in this world. Is there etiquette? Is there not etiquette in this world?
What's holding you back from trying them?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that's a good question too.
So here's the deal. I know you wanted them so bad the day that you told me you wanted me to send them out. What is the hesitation? Like, so now what happened? What's the hesitation? Some people are like, oh, the stars in the sky aren't aligned exactly right today. So I'm waiting for that to happen before I actually crack this open and put it in water and shake it and drink it. Because things have to be perfect.
Yeah,
I even have a couple of people who paid for the reset and haven't done it. They've had it over a month or so.
Yeah.
And I think they feel like they have to stay home, which in some cases, some people have detox and they should be at home, but there's ways to alleviate that too. But yeah, that's really helpful, because I like how you, on one hand, you're calling them out on it and just bringing out an honest statement they're probably thinking, but you're also making it fun and funny and knowing you're telling them that you can relate and you understand and it's okay. And let's just start over. It's okay. It's okay. You're human.
Exactly.
But drink them. Then you did a call to action at the end. That was awesome. Thank you.
One thing I'm doing, and I'm really hunkering down on, is just really kind of looking at revamping some of my stuff, freshening up several things. And one thing I'm freshening up, and as I'm learning how to put it in boards, which I'm still learning how to put it in boards, and to be able to share it, which I'm not going to get into that right now. No one needs to tell me how, or I'm not going to waste time doing that. I'll figure it out. But is how to help a new person start. And I've been doing this, and then I heard a call with Brooke the other day that sort of narrowed it down even more simple. So I'm kind of revamping that. And I've got this new gal that that found me through just doing a simple search on Facebook. She searched weight loss, and someone else had tagged me in a post, and she saw my name tagged. She actually read through the comments. So if you think people don't read comments, they do. And then she saw my comment in that post, and she went to my page and watched me for a few days. She also watched the person who posted and tagged me. I have no idea what post it was. I don't know who it was. But she chose me out of watching what I was doing. She liked my positivity and my vibe, she said. I liked your vibe. And so it's super important, just a great reminder to keep showing up on social media and keep blessing people with your knowledge, with, you know, whatever your gift is, to keep talking. Don't be afraid to talk, live out loud, share your life. But anyway, before she got her products, I helped her share with one friend, which was really, really exciting because it's like, this is what I love to do. Let's go. And then had a 15-minute messenger event for her. She only had one friend that said yes, which is fine. I just did it for the one friend. That friend didn't really say much afterwards. Totally fine. Now, just yesterday, she got me in 4 three-way chats with people. And again, I'm telling her, because I have a system and it's ready, I can say, here's what you say to your friend to put me in a 3-way chat. And then when you get the 3-way chat, here's how I want you to introduce me. So she introduces me, and I say the same line to every single person at first. I'm so happy to meet you, lotta, lotta, lotta. And just start that sharing system. So here I am teaching her how to share, and the sharing system, keeping it pretty much the same, but a little bit different with each person because they're all individuals. So sometimes I might do a message, and another time I might voice message her friend, but she's still getting the idea of kind of that general flow of how I'm sharing and how I'm bringing it down into a closing. So she will definitely be a Fast Start Silver, maybe a Fast Start Senior Silver, just kind of trying to wrap stuff up with her. But anyway, back to my point, which was how to help a person start. And Brooke talked the other day about how, you know, this is for someone who's already taken a step, meaning they've shared with one person, or they've definitely expressed interest in the $300 bonus, which she's done both. So we got one person enrolled, and she's definitely interested. She definitely wants that $300 bonus. And so just having simple steps. Did any of you guys hear that call at all the other day with her? I don't know if you're in that program where you heard it, but just talking about how to keep it systematic and duplicatable. And it's really four days that you kind of meet with this person. So I've kind of had something like this, but it's helped me just narrow it down and make it shorter and a little bit more simple. If you want me to, I can share it really quick. Okay, yes. So these are my scribble notes, and then I've got other stuff on my phone of stuff I've already was doing. So I'm working on kind of like meshing that together, but I'll just give you like the general idea. And then when I have it all kind of completed, I'll gladly share it. Like what, and then you guys, if you want to tweak it, make it your own, whatever, I'll gladly do that. So let's see. Day one, talking about, you know, typically I'll talk about their friends and family that they know, but she really talked about actually giving them that leads sheet, not to overwhelm them, but to just really jog their memory. I used to use the leads sheet and I got away from that. So now I'm going, okay, day one, I do want to do that, but I'm not going to tell them they got to fill the whole thing out, but just, you know, I'm going to give you this leads sheet. So as we've talked about your friends and family, you can just write their names down on that sheet. And just know that you don't have to fill in that whole entire sheet. This is just to jog your memory. And then keep that on your desk or wherever in your purse so that you, when you think of someone else at work or wherever you're going, you can quickly just get that piece of paper out and write their name down on it. We can come back to it. And then she really talked about this really back and forth thing where they do that. And this is something I've always done too, where I didn't have the lead sheet, but I was having them write down even like 5 people. And when you first have 5 people that come to your mind, take a picture of it and send it to me. So it's again, them, you know, being given something and then they got to show you that they actually did it. And then you can move forward and then maybe get on the phone with them and talk to them about that list. And then day 2, so it's just like one thing each day. Day 2, showing them sample conversations. Like, I'm going to teach you how to talk to these people now. So giving 2 sample, I typically had 1 example of how they could reach out to them or whatever, but there were 2. Lisa, that's what I'm working on. I'm kind of meshing what I've been doing and meshing a little bit of what Brooke suggested to just make it shorter. And yeah,
was this the Align one yesterday?
What was it? Yes.
That was such a great meeting. I only caught like the first half, but I was talking about that earlier. She just lays it all out for you.
Yeah. And like I said, I've got like some stuff I've already been doing. That's a really good system. And she just kind of helped shorten it up. And that's why I'm like, okay, I need to go back and like revamp that and really have it set in stone for exactly what I'm going to do. And it might not be in the same order. I mean, it might be a little bit different order, but whatever. So day 2, now I'm going to show you how to talk to these people. She's shown you her list. And you're going to show her how to talk to people. She suggested two sample conversations where you could show them to her and say, do either one of these sound more like you? So again, with that, I think we could have something set in our boards, you know, where it's 2 sample conversations, but obviously kind of tweak it for each person, right? Because we try to sound like them. And so that would need to be tweaked. It's not going to be the same for every person necessarily. And then just encourage her to send at least 2 of those out. So it's really simple, right? So I would probably have said, you know, send 5 of them out, and then that was really easy. Can you send 3 more if she's got, you know, more people on her list? I think it's just do whatever feels right too. If she's on a roll and she's sent 3, feel it out and be like, that was so easy. How about you send 3 more? Right? And then pick up the phone and talk later. And then one thing Brooke says a lot, if you're on her program, you'll know, how did those messages, you know, go? Did you get a few of those sent out? If they say no, she says stuff like, how about you send those out real quick? And let's meet in another 15 minutes. So that you know it's done before you talk to them on the phone. So you don't want to get on the phone and be like, oh, you didn't send them out. So that's a big tip I really, really like that she gave. And she says that a lot. She's like, I'm going to make sure that they've done it before I even get on the phone with them. Or you end up on the phone for a half an hour listening to who knows what, their life story. And I like the fact that she's keeping these calls 15 minutes or less. Little small check-ins. We're not going to talk about your whole life story. We're not going to write a book. We're going to stay focused. And then day 3, you know, working on a post. If they're a person that can do stories, talk about how they could do stories, giving examples. So these are things I'm working on, like gathering information so that I have it ready. Like, here's a story that my friend could put in her story. Here you go. I mean, it's like, it's going to be so great and I'll feel so organized once I have it done. He's like, here's a great story. How about put that in your story today? All she has to do, boop, boop, boop. So cool. And then, you know, do up a post for her, help her post, talk about doing it public, get some people to, you know, comment on it and help it boost a little bit. She recommended having 10 different post ideas ready. So again, it's like, you know how Mike Lustel, Karen says locked and loaded? This is locked and loaded, baby. This is like, I'm going to have 10 posts for her ready. I'm going to have several stories that I can give her. Boop, 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 boom, boom. Isn't that awesome? Just thinking about it. I'm like, I started working on it yesterday and it's very, very fun. It's exciting. So I know it's going to help. And then, so that's the post, help with stories. I mean, I have some older ladies, they're not doing any stories. And I'm not going to challenge them in starting to learn stories on day 3. We're going to talk about posting. We're going to talk about the friends list. We're going to talk about maybe inviting to an event or a launch party or a 15-minute messenger or getting me in the 3-way chats. And I'm not saying like if you're older, you don't know how to do stuff. Because I'm getting older and I'm really trying to stay on top of it all. Day 4 was basically getting on the phone and talking about what a day is going to look like, what every day is going to look like. You know, she wants the $300. She wants her products paid for, whatever. Here's what every day is going to look like. Simple. Message 2 people a day. She's got the sample stuff, right? Posting every day. And number 3 is learn something new. Again, phone locked and loaded, where we send something to them that will help build belief. And it's, she suggested 10 videos on the business have locked, I'm saying locked and loaded because just a phrase Mike Lustel uses, and it's awesome because you're locked and loaded, you're ready. It's not stressful. 10 business videos, 10 videos on products that we can then just send to them, and that will be their education. They don't have to go find it. We are giving it to them. So really they got to do the messages, 2 messages a day, and they need to post every day. But look, we've got 10 posts ready. We're locked and loaded there, right? So we can help. And that's basically it. And so that's what I've, like I said, this is stuff that I do with people, but I'm making it simple and I'm getting it organized. Organized is the key for me, because it's like every person is a little different. I help them post first, or we talk about their friends and family. You know, those are all the common things we do, but it's going to be really empowering for me to have my phone locked and loaded, ready with 10 posts, ready with 10 business videos, and just to know, like, I'm going to have it in boards and I'm going to know this is what I'm going through. Today's their day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm excited to be organized because it's just going to be like freedom.
And Lisa put the link to the recording in the chat if anybody wants to grab it.
Tina, are you just going to grab pre-made videos? Or are you going to make your own, like, here's your video on MetaBurn, here's your, this is all you need to know about Slim? Because I feel like sometimes the videos that we go to find about learning about the products are so long. It's like, you're not going to, maybe not going to ask them to watch a 30-minute video on a product on their 3rd day or their 4th day. Maybe just quick snippets.
Well, I think that in our back office, there's a lot of product videos. So I'm going to kind of like look at some of those and use some of the company stuff because they're usually like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be, that'd be good.
Versus someone talking about one.
Jill,
the business. I am looking for videos on business that are shorter. That's maybe one thing I'm having a hard time finding.
What about the business testimony ones that we use in the business messenger chats?
Okay.
That might work.
Or the because of Plexus, they're only like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I do like those too. You know, and then that way both of these would be like company made. I don't know. I mean, but I think it's nice too. I mean, those are very professionally put together, obviously, but I think it's also good to just see a person. I would like to see Karen sharing her business story, you know, or here Lisa, or, you know, here, I don't know. Not necessarily company made.
Yeah.
I think people can maybe relate.
I have those. I have a bunch of them, Tina, because I was doing those business chats once a week. So I have a bunch of those 1-minute ones like mine. I think I might have Melissa's. I may have Nan's. Well, I have a few I can send you or just add you to that chat I keep them
Yeah, if
all
you
in
could just
messenger
add me
chat.
to it. Add me to it,
Yeah,
please,
me
then I can
too.
just copy it.
Next, then we can just copy them on our phone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope that helps you guys, and do go listen to that recording.
I think I have you on there.
Take what you're doing and take some of her suggestions and make it what you love, you know. And I do like that she kind of gives that layout, but you put your own personality into it. You get to choose what kind of story is a cool story for your friend to use. What kind of post do I want her to have? She's not giving us that information. Like we create that for them. So putting a picture with it, with the post and stuff like that. I'm having fun with it. And it's kind of cool because as I've been helping this gal in sharing, I'm just using my own verbiage of what I am naturally using with her. And I'm now saving it in my boards, like say as day one, or what did I say to her when I was talking to her about making a, talking about her friends and family and stuff like that. I'm just saving it and now just meshing it all together. So that's my mission in October, is to get organized. Because I can be a lot better at being organized. If I can get my stuff like this organized, then when people come like her that are sharing, I can be set. I'll be locked and loaded, ready to help her just roll. And it's, you know, you can be sitting at a volleyball game and I can still I can show her exactly what to do because my phone's locked and loaded. It's simple. So that's my mission for myself. Get organized, get things really, really freshened up. I have videos, welcome videos and stuff that are a year old. So I'm gonna redo some of my, you know, just take a day in the week and curl my hair and change my top 5 times and make 5 different videos. One a welcome video, one a let's talk about detox, one about sharing, change the earrings and change the top. Melissa wants to share.
No, but I do think that's an awesome idea of just making, having your videos done, just do it all. What is that? Batch videos, just change your top and keep going. You're already ready. Might as well just knock them all out.
It's been in my planner for over 2 months to do it. And I just, every day gets away from me. We've talked about it. And what I'd like to do is create videos like how to start the business, just me talking to them. Step 1, mindset. Step 2, this. Step 3, this. Because people, I've learned as a teacher, people need to see things in multiple ways. They need to watch a video. They need to see it in text. They need to be reminded of it. It needs to be in multiple methods of learning, because not everybody learns the same way. They might look at a string of text and be like, ugh. Some people need to be talked to, like Tina said. You have to have conversations with them. So that's kind of what I was thinking about doing. And then also the product videos. I've been thinking a lot about that. As I sigh deeply, so much work. I want to do it. So much work.
But I think, you know, you like a planner, I like a planner too. And it's just maybe about, hey, on this day next week is my day that I'm going to shower and I'm going to put my makeup on and I'm going to make these 5 videos. And I'm going to pick out my outfits that I'm going to wear that day. So then we just get up that day. We know today's the day. It's video day. Turn on some music, dance in the kitchen, drink your active and sit down and do it. But I think too, what comes before that, right, Lisa, is kind of writing out and preparing what you're going to talk about. Right? Take time on a day, maybe this week, where what I'm going to prepare and talk about is of my welcome video. What do I want to say in my welcome video? Bullet points that I want to for sure cover, so that next week on my video day, I've got it all ready. Here's my video I want to talk about in detox. Here's my bullet points. Here's what can help detox, whatever. And that's ready for next week.
Do you
Totally
do
gonna
yours
do
on
that.
Zoom? Or are you using a different video?
I do mine on Zoom, and then
Mhm.
I put them on my YouTube channel.
Because you
So-
can close caption in Zoom, right?
And actually on my YouTube channel, you can have where it shows the captions
Mhm.
on there. So when I'm sending my YouTube, I must have did something in my YouTube channel where I have captions on all the time. Because every video I upload in there has the captions, which I think is fine because sometimes people are sitting at work and they got their volume down
I
really
heard
low.
that's actually a good thing to do.
Yeah, they like the captions. Just like people watching stories, always tap that caption part so that your words are showing on your screen. I've had people literally tell me that they were at work and they weren't listening, but they saw my words. They saw what I was saying. So always, always, always put the captions on.
That's one of the things that that Dorsey guy talked about it at the Emerald Extravaganza, that every single thing you do has to have captions because people won't listen. Like, it's so fun to have music on your stories, but people most of the time exit out of them because even if your sound is off and you put a story on your phone, it'll come up. It's loud sometimes. So I'm like, oh, let me get out of that real quick.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a place where I can't really listen to that right at that moment.
Mhm.
So I stopped using music as much.
Just don't use such loud, obnoxious, like rock music or like heavy metal, Lisa.
Can't help it. Once an 80s girl, always an 80s girl.
I know, right? How did we ever get our hair as high as we did? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good idea, Darlene. I think
Yeah, I do that a lot.
songs are really great in the in your reels too.
Yes. Darlene so bad wants to talk. She's just really struggling right now. I mean,
Why
it's
can't
like
she talk?
I can just see it in her face. She's like, she's like held captive almost. It's like she can hardly stand it. Like, I just need to break out of this jail. You guys, I need to talk. So what are we going to do different this week to move the needle forward? I'm going to get organized. Y'all know that. And then you know what else I'm doing? Saying no. I said no to a couple things yesterday. And I said no to something today in order to stay home to work on my goal, which is to get things organized. Because I've been really bad at that. I've been flying by the seat of my pants and I need to stop and get my stuff organized, which will make my life better and easier with my business. So I had to say no. I'm getting organized. Anita says project broadcast and personal messaging. Yeah.
We were talking earlier in the coaching that a lot of times when you're not doing the things, you're avoiding them. So like messaging. We're not messaging because I have boo boo boo. I'm gonna go on this Zoom real quick. And then you're doing the Zoom and you're not doing the messaging, which is what's going to move your business forward, is getting your stuff done. And then somebody said, I don't know if it was Karen, I don't remember, that somebody said they do all of their IPA first before getting on a Zoom or doing any of the other things.
Sarah Marble.
Yes.
She won't let herself look at Facebook, anything, until she's got her IPA done.
Something else I'm doing different, since we're talking about what are we going to do differently this week, is as soon as I drop Grace off from school, I'm going to come in my house, bebop up to my home gym, and get my butt workout done. God first thing in the morning, read my devotions and prayed this morning, took Grace to school, came home, went up to my gym. Yes, thank you.
It's the only way to do it.
And it's just do it. You guys, I've just been flying lately. And enough is enough. And I know what I need to do. So I just need to do it. And today I'm reminded that how good it feels and how good the rest of my day goes when I start it with God, when I start it with taking care of my body that I've neglected really for too long as far as physical activity goes.
Sometimes that means you have to get up a little bit earlier, you know, and not have that lazy morning. Because, you know, so you guys all know that I retired in June. So I've always been like, boom, 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 get up early, get going, get going, get going. Well, the last month or so, I've been like, oh, I can watch TV for a little bit, have a cup of coffee or whatever. I am more productive when I get up and I get on my machine and when I get all the things done first. Right?
What happens to me is I rise, I look at my phone, I put my makeup on, I fly out the door and take Grace to school. And when I get back, it's time to get on a Zoom. And then another Zoom. And then I keep working because I'm in the mode of working. And then a workout doesn't happen because by then it's time to go pick Grace up, take her to volleyball, come back home, go pick her up from that, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
It's dinner time. And then it's time for another Zoom. I've been just reacting to everything around me. And it's like, boom, this has to stop.
Yep.
I have to take control of what I'm doing. And I'm not going to look at my phone in the morning. I don't need to answer messages. I'm just vowing to myself and to you guys that I'm going to take care of myself first. So hold me accountable to that, please. Next week, ask me how that's going.
And if you message me back, I'm going to know that you're not doing it.
Right. You guys can try to test me if you want to.
Funny.
And you know, like the Zooms that I get on, they start at 9 a.m. So it's kind of tough to like, I mean, I get up, get ready, get out the door, it's 20, 15, well, it's about a half an hour to drive her there and get back home. So by the time I get back, it is time to hop on a Zoom. That's where I'm kind of like, that's the time I want to get my workout in. But I know from how it's been going, I get on the Zoom and I'm sitting at my desk then the rest of the day and I don't get myself taken care of like I need to. So some of those I might be listening to as I work out.
I find if I don't work out before Jack goes to school, I won't get it because of the Zooms and all of the things that start.
Right. And like you said, I could get up earlier and go do the workout first. And then it would be done before I even take her to school. So I'll try to work on that. I'm not an early morning person at all. At all.
No,
like I would work out harder.
Don't say that. You're learning to be a morning person. I am learning to be a morning person.
Yeah, especially when the clocks come like, is it back? And then it's going to be really dark until like 8 a.m. It's like.
Once it starts snowing, I'm going to have a real good time working out. I feel like in the winter, it's something to fill the time. I don't know. It's harder. We live in a place, Tina and I both live in a place that snows a lot.
Thankfully, it hasn't snowed yet and ruined our fall. We're actually having a fall season.
It's beautiful. It's been 70 degrees every day here. It's nice.
Darlene said, sounds good. I'm making changes and not getting on as many Zooms, thinking about what helps me grow and where I want to give back. The rest I am leaving off. I was doing 4 mentor calls and I'm cutting back to 2. Yeah, I've had to cut back on some stuff too, because you can't just be consuming and not doing. I think that's what's helped me too, to just kind of refocus and go, okay, what do I need to actually organize in my business that's going to help me perform better?
If you're like me, you can stay in organization mode for a long time and maybe not get into action. So I'm like you, I like to get things just right, but then I also have to keep moving on the side. So I can do that, but I gotta keep moving.
I totally get in that consume mode. Like I consume too much and then I just don't know what to do with all of what I consumed.
All right, ladies, it's 2:00 my time. Thanks for hopping on. Ends up with good info. But yeah, Tina, when you get all that organized, you want to share it with us?
I will bear it all. But yeah, you guys can, listen to that recording. You'll probably think of your own stuff too. And
when we can
and be
all
able to-
be looking for opportunity videos too.
Yeah. Opportunity videos. That's kind of where I'm, like I said, but if someone adds me to that opportunity chat, that'd be awesome. I'll get some that way. Here's the thing. I got a quick question. Don't have to teach me or whatever, but okay, say we get these videos and you can't save them in boards unless it's like saved with a YouTube link. So that's like,
No.
then I guess make a note in the board and say, go to my photo album for these or whatever. Right?
Well, what I did is I created a messenger thread. I have videos for business, videos for gut health, and then I'm just saving them in there. So then when I'm in my board, I'm like, go grab Tina's video. So I'll go to the videos for opportunity. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll get prepared. I'll resave it to that same thread, like forward it to that same thread. So it's at the bottom. And then I just go to that thread and forward it.
I added you both. And Darlene, I don't think
I end up losing the chat. I'm like, I don't remember what I named the chat that I have all that stuff in.
Well, like my two are videos for opportunity and videos for product.
Okay.
So then, and you'll have to put like 2 other people in it to start it. Well, no, you don't. You can just have it be your own thread. It's not like it's a template. It's not like other people. You can just create to create a chat. You do.
Yeah, too. I usually do like my
add me and then take me out, because as soon as you label it, you can take everybody out. I don't know why they make you have.
Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? Okay, awesome.
I added you guys to mine, and if you have to scroll up, but it was basically, it started with Clint's business opportunity chat,
and it's just videos.
And then there's some video. It's like a chat, like laid out like a chat thing, but it's just videos.
Awesome.
And then I've added some more videos in there too. Tina, yours is in there.
Oh, cool. Who was it? Anita wanted that verbiage that I used for the checking in on the samples. Can I send it to you, Karen, real quick? And can you add it to this chat?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm on, it's on my phone.
Okay.
Hold on. And then you guys can grab it. I don't want to put it in the Sideline chat. People will be like, what?
Yeah.
What is that? Okay. So I know Anita wanted it.
It's okay.
Sorry, I should have done that earlier.
It's okay. I'll do it real quick.
Oh, I guess I could have sent it. I could have got on Facebook. Yeah, I guess I could have done it from my computer.
You're
What am I talking about? Bye, Lisa.
All right. If anybody wants to copy that real quick.
I totally could have done it earlier from my computer. What was I thinking? Duh.
Okay.
What is happening? Oh, geez. All right.
And if anybody's on here who's driving and can't copy, just private message me and I'll send it to you in Messenger.
Or I can.
Or Tina can.
That is too funny. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one.